with guidance and support through every stage of any project, including delivery of materials throughout Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company is, has been, and will always be your building project partner.
I'd love for you to buy your next vehicle from Downey's Toyota, but our customer reviews are much more convincing than I am.
My husband had a Toyota Land Cruiser for 14 years and he loved it. When we heard they were reintroducing them in 2024, I knew I wanted one. Being part of a family-owned business, I like to buy locally. My salesperson, Luke, and all of the staff were wonderful throughout the entire process.
Thanks, Emily. And when you're looking for the best selection of four-wheel drive and all-wheel drive vehicles, we hope you'll remember,
all roads lead to Down East.
Enhance your student-athlete's performance and get to the next level with Queen City Athletics in VZ. Our 7,000-square-foot facility that includes an indoor turf and weight room offers 24/7 gym access, personalized training, and programs year-round. From speed and agility, strength and conditioning, or sports-specific training, our expert trainers are ready to help athletes of all levels excel. Visit vz.queencityathletics.com or follow us on Facebook or Instagram to learn more and sign up today.
You've always known what you wanted, no matter how far down the road it looked. We're here to help you get there. Brewer Federal Credit Union. BrewerFCU.org.
To my first Mazda, thanks for always being there for me. Watch after your next owner, as you have me.
Find your Mazda today at Varney Mazda in Bangor.
Welcome back to Cameron Stadium. You see Mallory Tritt with her family, the final senior to be honored here tonight for the Bangor Rams, number 25. The seventh senior, joining Eva Coombs, Tegan Atherley, Jalen Williams, Callie Snowden, Emily Adams, and Aislinn Gifford for the Rams seniors. And a classy touch here by Bangor, having the Brewer seniors step forward as well for a moment of recognition before their final regular season contest at the high school level as well. Tonight's game is presented by Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop source for office equipment or office furniture. It's Levesque Business Solutions. Call 942-2226. And our coverage presented by Varney Mazda. They offer an extensive new and pre-owned Mazda inventory, as well as competitive Mazda lease specials, finance options, and expert Mazda auto service. Varney Mazda, 260 Hogan Road in Bangor, and at varneymazda.com. Arnie, I'm not sure if you noticed during the last segment, Jude Kelly poked his face in the corner over here to say hello to us. You were deep in regaling the audience with all the many stats that you have coming into this one. But Jude out here to see Tegan Atherley, check out Scott and the family. Of course, Kylan also out there on the field. Tegan set to be a Black Bear next year up in Orono with Dad.
Jude coming off a big weekend. Excuse me, up at the University of Maine. Not only a homecoming, which in all its grandeur is quite a deal anyways, but 4-0 in the big games over the weekend. Sweep of the ice hockey games against Quinnipiac. Big upset over Villanova on the football side, although it was the 8th consecutive year Maine has won its homecoming
8 straight
game,
homecoming.
which you wouldn't think, but certainly it's a home field advantage that Black Bears have taken advantage of. And then you mentioned earlier the soccer win over Albany, I think, on Sunday, right? To extend the winning streak for that team. So everything going, coming up roses for the Black Bears.
Not to mention a $16 million gift
going
the way of the athletic department last week, too.
Kind of forgot the elephant in the room there. The big story, it's all going toward matching the Alphon Foundation grant, and $16 million will help along the trail as the university upgrades most of its existing athletic facilities, or many of them, I should say, at least.
Got a shot right there on the screen of one of our own, Jay Baines, the referee tonight, part of the Ticket TV crew for this contest.
There he is.
He's doing the JV game as well, getting stretched out, looking very official. Let's take a look at the program histories for these two squads as I tell you about Hidden Meadows Golf Course, which features a 300-yard driving range, a fully stocked pro shop, a 9-hole course that fits your game regardless of skill level. It's all at Hidden Meadows Golf Course, where golf is for everyone. And we begin with the visitors from Brewer. Ernie, you mentioned last year just 3 wins, but a good season before that in 2022, and kind of restarting the momentum from that year.
Yeah, retooled there. 2022 was Phil Trammell's first year. He was a football player at Brewer High School back in the day, and came into coaching later, although he loved the sport, but came into coaching later on. And then last year, again, kind of regrouping, and then but still made it to the quarterfinals, picked up, I believe, the 7th or 8th spot in the final standings, and lost to Bangor 2-1 in the quarterfinals. So gave the Rams a game after losing to Bangor by combined scores of 11-1. I think it was 6-1 and 5-0 in the regular season. This year it's 6-0 in the regular season. Bangor with the earlier victory, but still looking for that first regional championship and state runner, or state championship for that matter, and the Witches figure to get a pretty good seed this time around, as they are in 4th place coming into tonight's game.
And for the Bangor Rams, they have plenty of experience at that state championship level. A couple of titles to go with it, and plenty of regional championships as well.
Yeah, Bangor looking to return to the state final. They've won it in 2011, 2015, had a great run there in the middle of the decade there with the regional and state championships, with state runner-up in 10, state champion 11, state runner-up in 12 and 13, and state champion again in 15. And then it was from 15 until last year, a little bit of a gap there, but back there last year in the state final. And again, 13-1 right now, trailing only undefeated Camden Hills in the standings. And it was Bangor that knocked Camden Hills out of the playoffs in the regional final last year. I'd like to see if they could do it again this fall.
Those program histories are brought to you by Acadia Federal Credit Union, Acadia FCU, a full-service financial institution with 8 branches, 3 of them right here in Bangor. Find out how Acadia can enrich your life at acadiafcu.org. From the program histories, now let's take a look at the school profiles, get those out of the way with some extra time in the pregame tonight. And we head back across the river to begin with the visitors from Brewer High.
7:05, the enrollment. Brent Slowakowski, the principal, and David Utterback, the athletic administrator for the Witches. And did you know John Brewer, who was Brewer's founder, he built this home that you see on the screen in this area, in the Brewer area. The White House near the church was possibly his home, although the exact location is one of the great mysteries regarding the city of Brewer still.
I guess so. That's a funky-looking little shack there. What was that, a little round?
Yeah, it's got
rounded
a little
building?
Rounded roof. It was a kind of, well, I would say it's ahead of its time, but maybe they had a lot of those back then.
And for Bangor High School, up the road from us,
1,200 the enrollment. Paul Butler, the principal, and Steve Van Enstein, the athletic director for all the Rams teams, and Sam the Ram, the school mascot. Did you know Bangor's first city hall, which sat on Columbia Street, was built in 1812 and initially used as the city's courthouse? It became City Hall in 1831 and 1832 and was demolished to make room for the second City Hall in 1892. And correct me if I'm wrong, they're working on the current City Hall right now. Matter of fact, have they moved?
Yes, we've got a surrogate site City Hall right now in Bangor that is over on Harlow Street. It's a little bit of traffic, a little bit of work to get around in the downtown area, but bringing City Hall back to its former glory. What is that? I want to say somewhere out in Missouri, there's a sister building of the Bangor City Hall.
Did not know that, so there's 2 just like it.
Yeah, there's an identical twin somewhere out there in the country. The things you learn on Ticket TV, which is presented in part by Northeast Driving School. They've been the leader in driver training since 1969. Register for driver's ed courses today at Greater Bangor's #1 driving school. Go to northeastdrivingschool.com to select your course. And we're also brought to you in part by Uno Pizzeria and Grill. Right now, buy 1 pizza while dining in, get a second one of lesser or equal value for half off. For takeout, call 947-5000 or order online at unos.com. We are creeping our way towards the kickoff here, about 3.5 minutes remaining in the warm-up period after Bangor had their senior recognition ceremony before tonight's regular season finale. 7 seniors honored as Bangor trying to ride into the postseason with a 13 win and 14 tries. Brewer trying to get back to winning ways after having their lengthy win streak snapped in their last time out. Ticket TV brought to you in part by Loring Job Corps. Don't settle for training just to get a job. Get training that results in a career at Loring Job Corps. Visit jobcorps.gov. And we're brought to you by Colebrook Mitsubishi, New England's #1 volume Mitsubishi dealer, featuring a 5-year, 60,000-mile comprehensive warranty and a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. With rates as low as 0%, it's Colebrook Mitsubishi at 337 Madison Avenue in Skowhegan and at colebrookmitsubishi.com. One more time out in the pregame show. When we come back, we get Ernie's keys to the game, the teams introduced at Cameron Stadium, and the kick between the Rams and the Witches. It's all up next right here on Ticket TV.
Acadia Federal Credit Union keeps you in touch with your money using our mobile app, Acadia Go. Access your account anytime, anywhere. Check balances, transfer funds, pay bills, and even deposit checks with the tap of a button. That's not all. Now with Apple Pay, use your fingerprint to pay for purchases. It's quick and your account information is never shared. Apple Pay is safe and private. Acadia Federal Credit Union. We keep you mobile.
Your local professional, eco-friendly office space partner is Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop shop to get the job done. Handling all your office furniture and printing machine needs at an affordable price. Offering full system integration into your workplace and local service on everything we sell. We can even remote monitor your system with just-in-time inventory and service need assessments. Little to no downtime gives you peace of mind. At Levesque Business Solutions, your solution is only an email or a phone call away.
With the great backyard comes great responsibility. From the keeper of the flame to the referee of the greatest game ever played. Lifelong memories start here at Glen Burn Landscape and Supply. Residential and commercial projects are a breeze with our premium mulch, stone, and topsoil products. And maintain your backyard in style with the industry's leading lawn care products and equipment. Built to work and built to last. With rugged durability and superior performance, these tools were built for you. Glen Burn Landscape and Supply, where great backyards begin.
That nip in the air can only mean one thing. Dorsey's fall introductions have arrived, and we need to make room. Hundreds of items have been marked down store-wide. Sherwood by Sealy, king-size pocketed coil mattress with a power base. List price $18.59, now only $11.99. Full-size Sherwood mattresses. List price $4.99, now only $2.99. Dorsey's fall clearance is a perfect time to get any room in your home ready for the winter months. Dorsey Furniture, Route 1A, Holden.
The process at Fairway Auto Sales when you buy a car should be easy. There's no games, and people appreciate that when they're buying a vehicle.
I've purchased 6 vehicles through Tony's Fairway Auto. I have a business where we transport a lot of elderly. I can go to Tony or text Tony or Nicole and let them know what I'm looking for, and he'll find it and get right back to me.
We like to say, come buy your vehicle to Fairway. It's more than just a tagline. It's the way we do business.
Here in Bangor, where tonight's coverage brought to you in part by Angela's Pizzeria. If you're in the mood for mouth-watering pizza or Italian food made from fresh ingredients, come to Angela's Pizzeria in Bangor and in Hamden. And Black Fly Coffee is where you can start your day off right. A local coffee shop with drive-through and mobile ordering, serving the best in coffee in the area, along with bagels, bakery items, donuts, and fresh squeezed lemonade at 107 Main Road in Holden, just across the Brewer line. Well, we just got the whistle signaling the end of pregame warm-ups. Time now for these teams to be introduced on the pitch, the turf here at Cameron Stadium. A shot from our field cam down there with the Brewer Witches. Across the way, the Bangor Rams getting that warm-up gear off and ready to go tonight. And Ernie, let's turn it to you for the keys to this contest.
Well, keys to the game. We mentioned earlier the goal-scoring differential between these two teams. Bangor with 79 goals in its first 13 games, allowing 9. Brewer with just 22 and allowing 21. So key for Brewer defensively is to not let Bangor get out to an early lead, knowing the firepower that the Rams have, particularly with Atherley and Oldenburg. And again, the first meeting back on in mid-September was a 6-0 Bangor win, so Bangor did get out to that early lead. And then if Brewer can kind of keep Bangor off the board a bit, then Lauren Van Estine has a chance to get open and can maybe sneak it, steal a goal, and if they can steal a goal or two, they may be able to steal a game. Bangor has been pretty much on fire since the third game of the season, their only loss, and they've been pounding out goals for the season at an average of 6.1 goals per contest while allowing 0.7. And so the Rams are just going to continue to use the home field advantage that they have here at Cameron Stadium, try to set up Atherley on some long runs, let Oldenburg do her thing in the middle of the field. She is a playmaker there as much as she is a scorer, although she is a scoring threat from inside 30 yards as well. And so they will look to assert themselves and give the Bangor Rams an early lead and maybe take a little bit of the pressure off that would likely build over time if the game remains scoreless.
Ernie's Keys to the Game, presented by Varney Mazda. They offer an extensive new and pre-owned Mazda inventory, as well as competitive Mazda lease specials, finance options, and expert Mazda auto service at Varney Mazda, 260 Hogan Road in Bangor, and at VarneyMazda.com. Brewer Witches being introduced down there on the pitch. Going over to say hello to Jay Kemble as well. Caught him by surprise, jumping into the action. We are just moments away from the kickoff here tonight. A little bit of an extended pregame with the Rams holding that senior ceremony before the kick tonight. Our coverage is brought to you in part by Dorsey's Furniture, Route 1A in Holden. Check out Dorsey's Top Pick Eastman House Queen mattresses and 5 comfort levels on sale now, starting at only $6.99. And we're brought to you by Novus Auto Glass. Give them a call today at 945-6488 or get your windshield repaired or replaced. Final night of soccer here in the fall of 2024 for the regular season. Football depends on the class. Either, where are we at here? Going into week 8, so just 1 or 2 weeks remaining for the Class A schools out there. It is getting down to the nitty-gritty postseason time right around the corner in high school sports.
Yeah, Class A has 2 games left. All other classes, 8-man and B, C, and D, and the 11-person ranks have this weekend, and then it's on to the playoffs.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by UMaine Online. 60-plus online degree and certificate programs offered through Maine's flagship university. Apply now. umaine.edu/online. We'll take our final time out of the pregame show. When we're back, it's the kickoff between the Rams and the Witches. Don't go anywhere. You're watching high school soccer on Ticket TV.
High School Sports on Ticket TV is presented by your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street, Bangor, and Wilson Street in Brewer. Greenway Equipment Sales. Nothing runs like a deer in Bangor and Ellsworth. Next Home Experience. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience. Casella. Giving resources new life. Firehouse Subs. 920 Stillwater Avenue in Bangor. Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop source for office equipment and furniture. Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center, the official sports grill of Ticket TV. Varney Mazda, located at 260 Hogan Road in Bangor. Hidden Meadows Golf Course, where golf is for everyone. Dean's Detailing, the leader in auto detailing since 1971. And by Northeast Driving School, Greater Bangor's best driver's ed for 55 years.
Desk jobs aren't for everyone. Some of us want work that moves, work you can see, work that matters. Others might call it dirty, but we don't mind. At Casella, hard work isn't just a means to an end. It's something you can build a life on, and it's important work that keeps society moving. Casella, good pay, good people, good life. That's the power of hard work.
You deserve a clean car. Let the pros at Dean's Detailing renew your vehicle's appearance and protect your auto investment. Enjoy your ride. Dean's gift cards are the perfect fit. DeansDetailing.com.
Nothing runs like a Deere.
And nobody knows better than our loyal customers.
Since 1994, our family has proudly sold and serviced John Deere products. Our customers know that quality and reliability set John Deere apart.
And right now at Greenway, take advantage of this offer.
Get 0% APR fixed rate financing for 60 months on a John Deere compact utility tractor with a 6-year powertrain warranty.
For more offers, go to greenwayequipment.com.
See the Smith brothers today at Greenway Equipment Sales, Ellsworth and Bangor.
Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center offers fantastic food and drinks in a fun, family-friendly atmosphere with 29 flat-screen TVs for your sports viewing pleasure and an arcade with prizes for the whole family to enjoy. Whether you're looking for a drink at the bar while watching your favorite sports team or trying to find a place to bring the family for a great meal out, Heroes is the place to be. Heroes also offers takeout or catering for any event in the Bangor area, large or small.
Come for the food.
Stay for the friends.
To my first Mazda, thanks for always being there for me. Watch after your next owner, as you have me.
Find your Mazda today at Varney Mazda in Bangor.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. So at Firehouse Subs, we don't just make subs, we make subs that are big, bold, and craveable. We make our subs differently because our subs make a difference. Like our spicy Cajun chicken with Cajun seasoned grilled chicken breast and a house-made Cajun mayo. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
Visit 920 Stillwater Avenue.
He can't catch a football, but he can fetch you a home. Catch Luke at Next Home Experience.
The marathon of life can be challenging. Chores and responsibilities keep us from the things we once loved and the aspirations we set. But it's never too late to find your second wind. With an affordable, fully online program and advisors to help you along the way, you can cross the finish line at your own pace. Finish strong at the University of Maine.
And we are back here at Cameron Stadium. Color guard just about off the field. And the teams following suit. And we're just about ready to get this one underway tonight between the Rams and the Witches. Final match day of the regular season here in Class A Girls Soccer. Tonight's broadcast brought to you in part by North Star Waste and Recycling, conveniently located at 198 Deergo Drive in Brewer. At North Star, they're picking up what you are putting down. And we're brought to you in part by Bennett Auto Center. Experience the Bennett Auto Center difference at 99 Thatcher Street in Bangor and at BennettAutoCenter.com. Ernie, we got some signs in the crowd here down in front of us tonight. Might have to see if our main cam can get a shot of that. It's right in front of him. Got to get that kid on one of the cameras.
Main cam, fan cam, some cam, yeah.
Seeing as we are the cameras in-house.
Yeah, if they made the effort to create the sign, then perhaps we can acknowledge it.
Yeah, he was turned around a second ago. Now he's holding it up towards the field. We got a field cam down there. Trying our mightiest to get a shot of that kid's sign. There it is. He's on the screen now. And number 5 is his cousin, proud cousin of Avery Clark.
There we go.
Just can't keep calm.
No.
Too pumped up for Avery.
She must be glad to see that, too. A little source of inspiration.
Avery, a junior for this Rams squad, a fixture in the Bangor defense. And we are just about ready to get going here tonight at Cameron Stadium. This game was supposed to start at 6, but with the senior ceremonies and all, getting underway about 17 minutes after that. And it's Brewer with the game's opening possession. Bangor quickly jumps in front of a ball with Tegan Atherley going after it, but Brewer able to regroup on the sideline. Here comes Bangor now. Brewer pokes it out of play along the far side.
Yeah, Brewer back with 8 defenders in front of their goalie. Trying to set the defensive tone here early against a good passing Bangor attack, midfield and up front in particular.
Brewer tries to clear it up the field a bit. Here's Oldenburg in the midfield. Oldenburg comes to Gifford. Gifford returns it over to Tritt. Near side, here's Avery Clark. Clark looking for a cross, gets by her defender, carrying it towards that back line, and finally that cross deflected out of play for the game's first corner.
Yeah, Clark drew the defender to her and then tried to go around her on the outside to the right corner, and defense did a nice job, but here comes the corner kick with Clara Oldenburg.
Oldenburg's delivery towards the edge of the box, cleared out. Clark trying to go after it. Brewer's the first to it, although Clark plays it back along that boundary, and now out of play. Put out by Jalen Williams for a Brewer throw. Farthest that they've advanced. On the left side of the pitch, Bangor quickly to it. Oldenburg intercepting the throw. Here's Brewer back on it. A touch for Addison Pelkey. Oldenburg advancing down the sideline, trying to find a teammate in the middle. She was looking for Atherley. Instead, it goes through to Snowden. Yeah, that was Callie Snowden behind Atherley, and her shot just rolls harmlessly wide.
Snowden, one of the seniors. Senior forward, number 11 for the Rams.
Looks like Bangor
has pretty much their seniors.
I was going to say, I think the seniors are a member of the starting 11 tonight. JoJo Kluge dealing with that one on the far sideline.
Matter of fact, I can tell you that is indeed the case. The starting lineup had all 7 of the Rams seniors, along with Clark and Oldenburg, JoJo Kluge, Sophia Chase.
Out wide, Gifford trying to keep it in the field of play, unable to do so. Brewer brings in the throw from Pelkey. Sends it to the top of the formation. A touch from Violet Damon. Oldenburg taking a couple players with her down into the corner. Oldenburg gets around him, trying to attack her way into the box, cross into a dangerous area, past the first line of Bangor players that was in there, and then Snowden trying to get it back to the midfield, gives it away. Bangor having to jump on to the defensive duties, and Williams, the last line of defense. A nice job of stopping the play, and eventually the Rams win a throwback.
Yeah, you see how quickly Brewer counterattacked there and got the ball into midfield in a hurry. Just 2 or 3 Bangor defenders back, but Williams able to make the stop, and now Bangor with the throw-in.
Clark tosses it into Oldenburg. Oldenburg trying to turn around her defender, does so. 17 gets past 17. Oldenburg past Vanetta Stein. Here come the Witches. Been unable to really get the ball beyond midfield through the game's first 4.5 minutes or so. Atherley surveying the situation, drops off to Tritt. Tritt out wide to Gifford, who wasn't on the same page there with Oldenburg. Clara with some good work, though, to win it back for the Rams.
Bangor switching fields here a couple of times. Gives Oldenburg a little bit of space along the right as she works it with Gifford.
Trying to find the soft spot in what is right now a 7-player defense for the Brewer Witches. You see that every time they get possession of the ball and try to roll it upfield. There's just no white shirts in front of it.
No, just numbers for the Witches.
Here's Brewer trying to get past Tritt in the midfield and roll one into the path of an attacking player. Didn't get it on the first try. And on the second attempt, McKinney over to the sideline to keep it in play. Brewer will send it further down that sideline, but McKinney giving chase. Can she get there? No, that'll roll out of play for a goal kick. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Black Bear Nation. Football, women's basketball, men's basketball tickets all on sale right now. Call 207-581-BEAR. or go online to goblackbears.com/tickets.
3 other games in Class A North this evening. Mount Ararat at Brunswick, Hamden at Mount Blue, and Oxford Hills at Skowhegan. All of them have potential ramifications as to what the final standings will look like tomorrow morning.
Dangerous over-the-top ball there, intended for Atherley. Brewer sweeps it wide. Now this is Oldenburg, able to touch it over to Gifford. Now back with Clara. That channel shut down and closed by the Witches, who jump onto possession. Up the sideline and out for a Bangor throw. Just over 6 minutes into the game. Bangor number 2 in Class A. Brewer number 4. The Rams know they will be hosting a playoff game later this week or the weekend. The Witches trying to secure the same.
Yes, right now they would host. Again, I mentioned Mount Ararat at Brunswick, big game in that regard. Brunswick is number 5 and Mount Ararat is number 3. They sandwich Brewer, who is number 4. Top 4 host quarterfinals. 8 teams qualify for postseason play in Class A North.
Venetestein with an interception for the Witches, plays it over to Hoare. Hoare sends it deep. A high deflection goes flying into the night sky. Brewer comes down with it. Venetestein's shot blocked down by a Bangor defender. And now the Witches just have to backtrack to make sure that Bangor didn't get on a counter. Atherley right on the ram head. Feeds the teammate out wide. Chase trying to bring it into the midfield for Bangor. Popped up by Brewer. Trying to touch it around Oldenburg and keep it away from the talented Bangor junior. Dealing with that at the back is Darcy Tardif. Bangor back on the ball the second it gets beyond midfield. Some one-touch passing at the top of the formation and out of play with the Rams ready to make a triple substitution. Some of the regulars coming on here on senior night, including Gabby Gordon, Gabby Roy, and Kylan Atherley. A couple of sophomores and a junior onto the pitch for a few of the seniors for the Rams.
Yeah, Bangor really, in its typical starting lineup, really mixes it up among the classes. So, we lose so many from year to year to the graduation.
There's Bangor jumping on the ball. Brewer, though, firm with that back line. Oldenburg trying to get it back to Gifford. The Witches saw what was coming. Dealt with it momentarily, but still not out of the area. Gifford tries to go backwards, now has the ball back. Clark down the sideline, looking to pick out a cross. Brings it in beyond the 18-yard box. Bangor gets it through to Oldenburg. Her shot blocked down. It's only out as far as Gordon. Gets it back to Clara. Oldenburg tied up. The Witches still unable to clear. Now they do back as far as Clark, who gets it poked away, and a chance here for Brewer to counter. Although great defense on the far side of the field by Sophia Chase. Brewer, acres of space right now in the midfield. Plays it forward and knocked down by Bangor's JoJo Kluke.
Both teams doing a real good job getting back defensively here. Each team has had one shot from one of their scorers, but both shot by Brewer's Lauren Van Enestein and Bangor's Claire Oldenburg blocked before they ever got near the goal crease.
Oldenburg holding off a defender. Gifford. Gifford goes back to Gordon. Gordon up ahead to Kylan Atherley. A nice pass to Teagan, top of the box. She'll get a shot in, but collected off the turf.
And a good ball movement by Bangor there. Teagan Atherley finally controls it, but not facing the goal, so she had to kind of turn and shoot and didn't get quite enough on it. Gabby Chase there to make her first save of the match.
Brewer able to turn in space, try to get it back towards the midfield, but Oldenburg right there. Up ahead to Atherley. Atherley trying to get around one. Oldenburg leads it ahead for Kylan Atherley, who gives chase, but not quite there. She had to put on the brakes. Might have been a bit offsides if she just tried to sprint after that and continue the run before Oldenburg passed the ball. And in the end, that foot or two enough for the ball to be swept wide.
Yeah, it was going to be pretty close. Atherley was thinking about that, and Oldenburg was thinking about the lead pass, getting to Atherley with the ball on the run, but just didn't work out there. But you can see a little bit more control by Bangor since the substitutions here, as they're trying to work the short passing game to create scoring chances.
Brewer throw along the far side of the field. This game brought to you in part by Tiller & Rye, a local grocer located at 20 South Main Street in Brewer that's proud to offer products from right here in the great state of Maine. Also brought to you in part by Bangor Floral. Make memories, send flowers from Bangor Floral, the in-town plaza, 332 Harlow Street in Bangor. Chance for the Rams. No, Brewer's able to get back and roll it out, but it'll be another corner coming up for Bangor.
Yeah, that was Jalen Williams
or
on a
will it?
pass to Maddie McLean. It's going to go as a
I guess it's a goal kick.
Goal kick for Brewer. Good defense by the Witches there, as again Gordon did a pretty good job sending in Madden, but Brewer gets back defensively to prevent the shot.
Ball quickly advanced down to the other end of the pitch with Coombs having to backtrack towards her goal. Brewer is able to jump on it into the passing lane and try to center one into the midfield. Gordon, nice backtracking though to get the loose ball. Rams bringing it up the sideline. Plenty of space to operate with. Pass ahead to Oldenburg. Laid back to Clark. Up to Kylan Atherley. Over to Maddie McLean for a quick touch. And now McLean will guide that one out of play and throw it back in behind Atherley and allow the Witches to get about 15 yards worth of field positioning before that gets booted down to the other end. Clark leaves the ball behind, has to find it again, does so. Now beyond midfield where Brewer sends it back. Witches finding the open player, Hoare in the midfield. Hoare sends it deep, but Coombs comes out of goal to collect it. 14 minutes off the clock tonight.
Coombs and Bangor have 9 shutouts this fall, 9 of the 12 wins without allowing a goal.
Madison Shaw trying to play some tough defense right there for the Witches and keep the ball stuck in that triangle. Bangor now gets it out to Gordon in the midfield. Tried to return to McLean on the sideline and out of play for a Brewer throw. Tossed in by Pelkey. Gordon has it, turning away from Venetestein and switching up the play with things a little congested on this side.
Yeah, nice decision there by Gordon. Play had been over here on the near side for a minute or so, and she knew that meant there was space on the other side, and now Bangor gradually moving downfield on that other side, the left wing of the field.
Atherley, just outside the 30, tries to cross it in the direction of McLean. She'll give chase, but the ball crosses over just before she's able to get to it. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Liberty Olton, licensed insurance agent. Liberty is an independent agent who helps individuals and small businesses find the best plans that suit their needs. Call Liberty Olton at 217-8214. And our coverage also brought to you by Bangor Tire Company. From a lawnmower to a skidder, Bangor Tire has you covered. Since 1927, the best in tires and service. Find them at 514 Colebrook Road in Herman or at bangortire.com. Rams threatening again. Kylan gets the return pass, keeps it alive in the box, and now dumps it back to McLean. McLean goes back to Atherley, and Atherley drifted into an offside position, or else the Brewer wall was wise to her spot and moved up as a unit.
Yeah, just kind of gradually pushed up. Kind of sensing not only that the offside is possible, but also heading toward where the ball was.
Rams stop that clearance on the right side of midfield. Much of the action has been this end of the field. Oldenburg plays in a cross into the area. Bangor trying to get there. First to it is Gabby Roy. A shot comes through and directed in. And Bangor pounces on a loose ball in front of goal for the game's first goal, 16 and a half minutes in.
I believe that was Maddie McLean. Let's see this.
It was indeed.
Yep, here is number 7 for Bangor, Gabby Roy, passing back to Tegan Atherley, who sends the ball through, and there is Maddie McLean, who had been sent in a couple of times earlier and couldn't connect, but that time perfect pass by Tegan Atherley, and Maddie McLean with the one-touch pass, Gabby Chassie, and the Rams from Bangor with a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, it looked like Chassie was just unaware that McLean was kind of hanging out behind her. Appeared that she thought she was in control watching that ball roll through, and there's McLean at the back post to give Bangor the game's first lead. Let's see what the response is like now from the Witches, trying to quickly move it in the other direction, but out of play for a Ram throw. Clark throws it in, met first by Bangor, and a good catch by Larry Mahoney. Headed right to him.
He's an old jock from way back when.
Clark with another throw into McLean. Atherley gets spilled, and a hard challenge there from Vanetta Stein is going to give the Rams a free kick.
Second goal of the year for Maddie McLean. Tegan Atherley, 7th assist now to go with her team high 29 goals.
Gordon with the free kick. Didn't get beyond the initial line of bodies. Now Brewer jumps on it. Vanetta Stein knocked off the ball by Atherley. The Witches having to backtrack into the corner to deal with this one. Nice move there defensively, trying to split the double team. Now it's Pelkey to roll it up the sideline. She gets it to Ford in the midfield. Brewer tries to go back inside, and they'll keep possession with a throw.
Yeah, Brewer trying to keep the ball in with some pressure there defensively against Bangor, as Bangor is using its defense to try to get the ball back near midfield.
Brewer goes backwards now. A little bit of trouble as Pelkey has to come back to play that ball. Popped through to no one in particular, and the Rams play it down. Atherley to McLean. Kylan gets the return. Back to the Ram back line, and JoJo Kluke goes to the far side of the field. Substitution here for the Rams with Oldenburg coming back into the game. Thrown in by Bangor, trying to turn around a couple of Brewer defenders. Now the Witches trying to work it in the opposite direction. Vanetta Stein with a touch. And a long ball played up the sideline. There was a white shirt over there, but beyond her reach. I think that was Emma Jameson along the far sideline for Brewer. Out of play once more for a Witch throw. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Pat's Pizza in Hamden. Whether playing or watching, soccer can work up quite an appetite. That's when it's time for Pat's Pizza on Main Road in Hamden. Call 947-6488 or visit patspizzahamden.com. Our game also brought to you in part by Union Street Laundromat and Dry Cleaning. For over 30 years, Bangor's best dry cleaners ask about their military and senior citizen discounts. Open 7 to 7, 7 days a week at 1001 Union Street in Bangor. Gifford re-entering the game here for the Rams.
Sophia Chase will get a rest. One of the backs, starting backs for Jay Kemble's club.
Just beyond the midway point of this first half with the Rams in front, 1-0. Maddie McLean in the 17th minute, the only goal so far. Here's Gifford out wide. Gifford pokes it around the first defender, follows the ball, nearly wins it back, and now able to knock it to a point where Oldenburg can retrieve possession for Bangor. Clark with a heavy touch and then muscled off the ball by Ford. Both players end up on the turf, and it'll be a free kick for the Witches.
Yeah, good work there. There's Clark and number 21 for Brewer, Jillian Ford. And down goes Ford with Clark on the back of her leg, and there's the whistle blowing and Brewer with possession.
Vanetta Stein retreating to the midfield area to win possession back for Brewer. Losing the ball underneath herself was Kathleen Bridges, one of the Witch captains, and Oldenburg trying to run the other way with it.
One of the things that, now we'll see what happens here.
Bangor trying to keep the pressure on. Here's Atherley. Atherley goes out wide, and Stevenson gives chase along the far sideline. First time we've called the talented freshman's name tonight. That ball took a deflection off of Brewer, but stays right there, and the Witches a chance at a second clearance. Nearly able to run onto the ball in the midfield, but Jamison was unable to bring it under her control. Vanetta Stein pokes it out wide, and a chance here for Brewer. Running after the ball is Riley Bailey, and that one takes a deflection on its way in, and Brewer is going to get their first corner of the game. First time the Witches have been able to throw this many white shirts down at that end of the pitch.
Well, now with Bangor kind of controlling play on the offensive end, the chance of a counterattack being effective has actually grown. And here pays off with the first corner kick. Some good work at midfield by Lauren Vanetta Stein to set that up.
Here comes the in-swinger for Brewer.
Oh.
That was not far away from the forehead of Jillian Ford, who came leaping into the picture. Take another look.
Let's watch this kick here. Nice and high.
Perfect delivery, yeah.
Middle of the face, just a little too high for Ford.
Just beyond the top of that ponytail there. Good chance, though, for Brewer. Really their first of the contest.
Yeah, shots on goal, 2-0 for Bangor. Not really that many real good chances for either team yet, save for the one that went in by Maddie McLean.
Brewer's making a double switch here. Ford, one of the players coming off, as the Witches will keep it down deep in this end with a throw. But Nettestein, actually, that was Bailey again, just trying to send one in direction of goal off the throw.
Bailey, Riley Bailey, a freshman, getting lots of minutes for Brewer.
Clark with an interception for the Rams. Sends it to the Brewer back line. Gifford jumps on the loose ball and gets it to Atherley out in the middle. Good defending there from Hoare to come back and get possession back with the Witches, although they give it right back to Bangor's back line.
Yeah, Avery Clark covers about as much territory as anybody on the field for Bangor. She's ostensibly a back, but you see her with the ball in the midfield a lot, even up to the forward line. Strong leg for long passes when available as well.
Gifford trying to hound Pelkey there. Last touch went off of Gifford. A little bit of confusion before the Rams make a double substitution here. Clark will get a breather, as will looks to be Kylan Atherley.
Yep. Oh, no, it's Bangor with the throw-in.
All right, that was the initial reaction.
That's why they had the subs.
Stevenson trying to head it down. Now it'll be a Brewer throw. As we approach the final 15 minutes of the first half tonight. Reminder, coming up at the break, it is the Heroes halftime show. First half highlights, game recap, a look ahead at upcoming broadcast schedule, all that good stuff right here on Ticket TV. Gordon in the midfield out to Gifford. Gifford up ahead to Stevenson, who's come over to this side of the pitch now. Stevenson's pass dealt with by Brewer and out of play. Roy brings it back in and has it with Atherley in the midfield. Atherley tries to get that angle through ball, but dealt with by the Witches. Atherley runs onto this one in space, takes the shot and puts it through the uprights. That's all the space she needs, though, to get it away.
You can kind of see that coming, working off her right foot back toward the middle of the field. Here's Roy with the pass, and Athlete with some momentum there, got a foot on it and just a couple of feet high of the crossbar there.
This game brought to you in part by Frank's Bake Shop, family owned and operated since 1945. Check out Frank's Meals to Go, convenient and delicious. And don't forget those scrumptious baked goods that have made Frank's famous. Call 947-4594. Frank's Bake Shop at 199 State Street in Bangor and online at franksbakery.com. Oldenburg goes backwards with it. Played off a Brewer defender and out of play. Pretty clean game at both ends so far.
Yeah, it really has been a game with few whistles.
Brewer with an interception in the midfield. Laying it off for Bailey. Bailey's pass picked. Bringing it all the way across the field was Oldenburg. Gets it up ahead to Stevenson. Stevenson out wide. Bangor trying to work it back towards the center of the pitch before McLean turns and goes to Atherley at the corner of the box. Atherley has to go backwards with it to Chase. Chase's pass is picked off and requires Teagan to go back and win it back for the Rams. Here's Stevenson trying to weave through traffic, unable to do so. Now it's back with Oldenburg. Oldenburg closed out, tries to step around the defender, and continuation given there, and no free kick to the Rams. So with Aislinn Gifford right there and the ball at her feet, play on, said the referee. Rams lose out on a free kick there and a chance to set up something off a set piece.
Yeah, the continuation is always a fine line in terms of what constitutes continuation. That play, Brewer didn't get control of it for a few seconds, and I think that was past the point of being able to use the continuation with a whistle.
Clark waiting to toss it back in, does so to Stevenson. Williams passes it off. Bangor going through the back line. Jalen ahead to Gordon. Almost has her pass intercepted by Bailey, who got a touch to it, but Gabby with some hard work to deny her. Gabby Gordon, just a sophomore out there, one of the many talented underclassmen on this Bangor team that will just retool after this year and keep going.
Yeah, she's done a nice job in the midfield so far in this game, helping Oldenburg control that area of the field.
Oldenburg gives a little shoulder fake. Trying to get it to Gifford. Gifford rolls it back between players, but only to white shirts. Brewer can't pick out that clearance, though, only as far as Clark. Oldenburg told Gifford to keep going. She keeps it herself. Gets around a couple of defenders, has the angle for the cross. It comes into Atherley, who couldn't get the connection.
Oh.
Second shot right between the legs of Chassie, and finally finds it with the ball sitting on top of the goal line, it appeared.
Oldenburg on the right wing to Atherley in the center, and she tips the pass ahead. to Stevenson, and Gabby Chassis, junior goalie for Brewer, able to come up with her biggest save of the evening so far.
Bangor inches away from doubling their lead. Brewer will make a triple substitution here. Meanwhile, Kylan Atherley replaces Georgie Stevenson for the Rams. 10 minutes remaining in the first half, with Bangor leading Brewer 1-0 on this final night of the regular season in high school soccer. Our coverage brought to you in part by Bangor Mall Cinemas, Greater Bangor's favorite hometown theater for over 40 years. They feature luxury recliners, an upgraded food menu. You can find showtimes and reserve your seat at yourneighborhoodtheater.com. Doors Equipment is your local Kubota dealer. Doors can help you with all your equipment needs, offering $0 down, 0% APR for 84 months on select models. Visit doorsequipment.com. Gifford touches it around a defender. Bangor trying to counter. They got numbers, but a nice job defensively there by Brewer to stand in the first passing lane. Oldenburg back on it now. And looks like the Witches will send this one towards the corner, and that's to the right of the flag. And Bangor gets a gift there. Instead of going back to Chassis, the keeper, defender opted to try to play it out and couldn't quite swing it off to the left of that corner flag. So Bangor, final 9 minutes as Gordon heads off into the shadows to deliver this set piece.
Yeah, aggressive play by Gabby Roy there kind of forced the issue and forced a quick decision out of Brewer that went the Rams' way.
Bangor plays it short, looking for Oldenburg. It goes through her to Atherley, who gets it back to Clara, takes a shot, and that goes flying. It looked like between the two crossbars, under the football one and over the soccer.
Yeah, she's dangerous with the turn and shoot from anywhere inside about 30 yards, and that's just a good example of that. Also, I was going to say about Oldenburg earlier, one thing I like what she does, she has long dribbles, and she's able to sprint between the dribbles and maybe gain an extra step or two on defenders a lot of times when she's on the offensive rush.
Pop up there in the midfield. Bailey, the first to play it down for Brewer. They go backwards to the back line. Once again, popped up to the midfield and played out of the air by the Witches. There's Bailey in traffic. Bailey goes over the head of Vanetta Stein, and Coombs out to deal with it. At Hillside Athletics, they're passionate about sports and feature cutting-edge equipment to help you better your game. Visit hillsideathletics.com for a full list of equipment, services, and training packages. Bangor again trying to get something going at the offensive end, but right now more white shirts down at that right side of the pitch than red. Bangor will get a free kick, a throw out of this. Do they get a free kick or anything more? And it looks like
throw.
Yeah, Jay Baines just saying no, that ball was already out. Bangor bench trying to make their case. Stevenson has it poked away. Clark with the throw. Stevenson run through from behind, and that's an easy one for Jay Baines to pick out. Kathleen Bridges just couldn't stop the momentum. And
yeah, she is
right through
here.
the back of Stevenson.
Yeah, Stevenson was going to try to dribble back inside into the path of Bridges, and
Oldenburg's delivery off the shin of Atherley and back to Chassis in goal. Bangor trying to pressure off that goal kick, and they've got possession back. Relentless right now are the Rams.
Yeah, a lot of players involved in this too.
Atherley finds Oldenburg in space. There's the return to Teagan, and off the post! Atherley that close to doubling her tally in the Bangor lead. Chassis to the turf to collect off the foot of Gordon. And once again, Bangor inches away from a second one here tonight.
Yeah, Atherley here to Oldenburg. Watch this, the jump by Is that number 10 for Bangor? Indeed it was, and then that got the ball to Atherley, and her shot off the post. Number 10, Kylan Atherley. Pretty slick move there, knowing where the ball was heading off the foot of Oldenburg to Kylan's older sister.
Brewer clears that one back up towards the midfield. Williams deals with it. Off to Gordon. Chase along the far side. Oldenburg able to hold it up so Atherley can jump onto it. Out to Stevenson. Stevenson's cross catches side net, and that'll be a goal kick. Inside the final 5 minutes. A reminder, coming up at the half, it is the Heroes halftime show right here on Ticket TV. Tonight's ball game brought to you by the Fitch Company, where you'll find experienced electrical and control systems engineers, field technicians, designers, and drafters ready to meet varied engineering challenges or handle projects. Visit them at fitchcompany.com. And Tony Murray's Fairway Auto Sales is the home of the complimentary 6-month, 6,000-mile major component coverage plan, Route 1 in Hancock, and at Tony's fairwayauto.com. Stevenson keeps it alive for Bangor. Kylan over to Clara. Oldenburg continues the run. Keeps it going down towards the corner. Able to toss a defender off of her. Back to Stevenson with Venetestein closing down on it. Stevenson able to switch to the feet and then got a bit of a curler going towards that far post, but Chassie scoops it off the bounce.
Couldn't get quite enough on it as she was pressured right before the shot, but still an attempt on goal.
Bangor clears it back up the pitch. Williams plays it down. Pops it over the top in the midfield where Brewer will just thump it down into the corner. Venetestein using that speed to get down there, nearly the first to it. And Clark just has to roll it out of play as Venetestein's pace wins the throw for the Witches. Thrown into the middle of the area. Chance here for Brewer. Put on goal, and Coombs. Not sure if she got a touch to that one or not. Yes, she didn't. No, she didn't. Goal kick. Was trying to read the referee's hand signal over there.
Well, that was going to be Brewer's first shot until Coombs didn't get a hand on it. It just was a cross that went wide. But a good effort there off the throw-in by Venetestein.
Bangor with the throw, quickly trying to bring it back up the sideline. That throw only goes to Witches, but Bangor back on it in the midfield. Now Brewer with an interception. Good step around there by, I think that's Hoare going up the far sideline. Rolling it forward, Venetestein in the picture as Bangor knocks it away from her. And a free kick awarded here.
Yep, handball against Bangor. There's a good chance for Brewer with a restart.
Just inside of 2 minutes remaining in this first half. Free kick comes in from the Witches, met first by Bangor. Swept back out wide, another chance at a cross for Brewer, dispossessed. Strong defense along the far side by Roy. Bangor trying to counter. Good job of stand-up defense momentarily, but the Rams win it back. Out towards Oldenburg. Brewer trying to clear it up the field. And now able to get it in some space. Sending it deep for Venetestein to run after, but it gets to Coombs in the box, and then Venetestein goes crashing into the Bangor keeper. And good sportsmanship from both sides of it there. Helping each other back up off the turf. It appeared to just be a case of Venetestein unable to halt her momentum, and Coombs wasn't necessarily looking directly at her when she came right up.
Oh, and Venetestein's on the run like that. She's going very, very fast. One of the top sprinters in the state. And that time just couldn't pull up in time. No harm, no foul there.
Down to 40 seconds left. Can Bangor get another chance before the half? Stevenson turning into the midfield. Continuing her run to the far sideline. Bangor tries to get it to Atherley. Cleared up pitch by Brewer. Less than 30 seconds remain now. Out of play. The Rams looking no real rush to bring it back in. Thrown up the sideline. Brewer the first to it. Takes a deflection out. And this one will be a Brewer throw as the final seconds of this first half tick off here at Cameron Stadium. There's the first half whistle. Only one goal on the board, and it belongs to the Bangor Rams. Maddie McLean back in the 17th minute has the Rams in front at the break. 1-0 over the rivals from Brewer. Don't go anywhere. Halftime shows coming your way next on Ticket TV.
Have a painful tooth or an entire mouthful of teeth? Mid-Coast Denture Design now offers tooth extractions in both Ellsworth and Brewer. Get your teeth pulled and immediate dentures placed right in our office. Quick, convenient, and comfortable. Let Dr. Lindsay Young and her staff create immediate dentures for you, all in one location. Mid-Coast Denture Design, the go-to destination for dentures and tooth extraction services. Because everyone deserves an awesome smile. Visit midcoastdenturedesignmain.com.
Maine's largest network of parts just got a little bigger. Coastal Auto Parts, newest location in Bangor, has all your automotive needs to get you to the moments that matter most. Whether you're a professional mechanic or just need a little help, find everything you need all under one roof. Our knowledgeable staff is here to assist you with friendly service and expert advice right here at 200 Sylvan Road, just off I-95. Drive in, stock up, and hit the road with confidence. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that...
You've lived quite a life. Now, it's time to live it up. We're here to help you enjoy all you've earned. Brewer Federal Credit Union. BrewerFCU.org.
Think you can't afford college? Think again. Right now at Washington County Community College in Calais, tuition is free. Yeah, free tuition for recent high school graduates at Washington County Community College. So if you graduated between 2020 and 2023, or will graduate in 2024 or 2025, you won't pay anything in tuition or mandatory fees while you pursue a degree or certificate full-time. Enroll today and see just how good free can be. Learn more at wccc.me.edu or call 207-454-1.
Make the switch to Hopkins Energy, your trusted source for #2 heating oil. In Maine's challenging climate, emergencies can happen anytime. That's why we offer fast and responsive emergency fuel deliveries, as well as automatic deliveries. Our dedicated team is always just a call away, ensuring you never run out of fuel. Dependable service tailored to your needs. Visit hopkinsenergy.com.
To my first Mazda, thanks for always being there for me. Watch after your next owner, as you have me.
Find your Mazda today at Varney Mazda in Bangor.
Welcome back to Cameron Stadium here in Bangor. There's the score at the break with the Rams leading the Witches 1-0 in this regular season finale. We welcome you into the Heroes halftime show here on Ticket TV. It's the Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center, the official sports grill of Ticket TV, the place to be in downtown Bangor, and at heroesportsgrill.com. Mark Paulette and Ernie Clark on the call this one. Look at the University of Maine fan cam right there, presented by Black Bear Sports. One of the UMaine head coaches, Scott Atherley, being shown, and most of Jude Killey, except for his face. Except for the moneymaker there. That is the man standing in the foreground, the University of Maine athletic director. Women's basketball, football, men's basketball tickets all on sale now. Call 207-581-BEAR. Go online at goblackbears.com/tickets. Let's take a look at the first half highlights from the action tonight. Just one goal, but lots of action out there between the Rams and the Witches, and those highlights brought to you by Next Home Experience for the third straight year, the market leader.
Yeah, a lot of activity in the midfield with both teams here. Here's Bangor on its end. Gabby Roy passing back to Tegan Atherley, who slides it in to Maddie McLean for the lone goal of the game in the 17th minute. Nice pass and a one-touch finish by McLean. Corner kick by Brewer threatening. Jillian Ford couldn't get her head on it. Here's Gabby Roy again, passing it to Atherley, who gets up ahead of steam going back toward the middle, but the shot is high. See Clara Oldenburg centering the ball. Here's Athway again with the pass to Stevenson, and Chassis finds the ball before it goes across the goal line to keep this a 1-0 game. Here's Oldenburg. Look at Kylan Athway jump to let the ball go through to her older sister, and Tegan shot off the left post. Keep this still a 1-goal game. Here's Brewer with a chance. Ball slides across the crease, but a good attempt there by Violet Damon, one of the seniors for Brewer, number 19. And Brewer's done what it needs to do in the sense that it's a 1-goal game, and they've kept in there. Bangor's had a couple of other chances, as you just saw, but unable to punch it in, and it's a 1-goal game right now. And Brewer hanging in there defensively and doing a pretty good job of limiting Bangor's chances near the goal. They had the one breakdown where McLean was able to get through, and Tegan Athway found her for the lone goal of the game. But other than that, it's been a pretty strong defensive job by the Brewer Witches.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by The Growing Place, helping families grow for less and polishing your home and style for a fraction of retail costs. Check them out first. Check them out often. Go Green. Sustainability is always trending at 548 Hammond Street in Bangor. And we're brought to you in part by the Coach House Restaurant and Brewer for home-style cooking, homemade desserts, and an experienced, friendly staff. It's the Coach House. Takeout available 457 Wilson Street in Brewer and at thecoachhouserestaurant.com. Take a time out in our halftime show. When we come back, we'll get you the first half recap as well as a look ahead at the broadcast schedule the rest of this week on 92.9 The Ticket and right here on Ticket TV.
Your local family-owned McDonald's on Wilson Street in Brewer, Union Street and Main Street in Bangor are currently hiring new team members. Schedules that fit your life with full-time, part-time, and flexible schedules that adjust with your needs. Pair individualized schedules with tuition assistance to further your education. It's a great, future-focused combination. Apply today at jobs.mchire.com. Search for your locally owned McDonald's on Wilson Street, Union Street, and Main Street. Explore your future at jobs.mchire.com.
Thank you for helping us have a great start in 2023.
When we started, we wanted to make sure that North Star could help everyone's needs, whether you own a business, you're a homeowner, or a contractor.
Or you have a big project that you need a big dumpster for.
We have what you need: front-load dumpsters, roll-offs, and our transfer station, and so much more.
And the best part is, our prices are unbelievable. If you don't have one of these, you're paying too much.
So who cares if your trash gets picked up? At North Star Waste and Recycling, we care.
Ambition is desire. Ambition is spirit. Ambition is drive. Find your ambition right here at Coldbrook Mitsubishi in Skowhegan. There's a reason we're the #1 Mitsubishi volume dealer in the state. We've got the selection. We've got rates as low as 0%, and nobody will pay you more for your trade. Find your ambition. Drive your ambition. Only at Coldbrook Mitsubishi, Madison Avenue, Skowhegan. Start here at coldbrookmitsubishi.com.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right, all year round. Right now at participating dealers, get a Kubota compact tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months.
Have you tried the new happy hour specials at Uno Pizzeria and Grill? Just $6 gets you cheesy garlic bread, mozzarella sticks, buffalo chicken quesadillas, cheeseburger sliders, and much more, Monday through Friday, 2 to 6 p.m., 9 to close, and all day Sundays. Don't forget about the dough raiser at Uno's. Schedule a dough raiser for your local fundraiser and earn up to 25% of event sales. Contact your local Uno Pizzeria in Bangor for more details at 725 Stillwater Avenue and place your orders at 947-5000 and unos.com.
Welcome back to the half at Cameron Stadium between the Bangor Rams and the Brewer Witches. You see the score line right there after the first 40. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Betty's Ice Cream. If you're looking for a sweet treat, head to Betty's Ice Cream shop. Betty's Ice Cream serves up homemade ice cream and creamy milkshakes along with paletas and mangonadas, conveniently located at 1012 Stillwater Avenue right behind Town Fair Tire. Open from noon to 8:30 Monday through Sunday. Ernie, you got the numbers on the first half?
We do. Score is 1-0 in favor of Bangor. Shots are Bangor 5 and Brewer 0. Goalie saves a 4 for Gabby Chassis of Brewer and none for Ava Coombs of Bangor. Corner kicks are 2 apiece. The goal coming In the 17th minute, Maddie McLean off an assist from Tegan Atherley, the only goal of the game.
That's the game recap, or halftime recap, I should say, brought to you by Novus Auto Glass. Let's take a look now at the broadcast schedule, the rest of this half on Ticket TV. We got some soccer prelim coming up on Friday once the postseason schedule is made, as well as an 8-man football showdown in Orono and a chance to talk with the Red Riots quarterback today, Jack Brewer, Maine's all-time leader in passing yards. Should be a good one there Friday night.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see over time whether they separate the 8-player records from the 11-player records. I'm sure, well, I don't know. I was going to say I'm sure the 11-player records would like to have that record separated. But it's football, and should be an interesting game. Lake Region, 6-1 on the season. One of, I think, 3 teams left that have just one loss. They had a big victory a couple of weeks ago over Camden Hills. I think it was 54-26, so a pretty potent offensive club. And, of course, the Red Riots, one of the elite passing attacks in all of 8-man football. And then on Saturday afternoon, we're right back here at Cameron Stadium as the John Babs Crusaders looking to try to clinch second place in the Class D North playoffs. Will host the defending champion, undefeated Foxcroft Academy Ponies. The Ponies have pretty much locked up number 1. All 8 teams in Class D North qualify for postseason play. However, it was just 6 last year, but the league voted right before the season started to allow all 8 teams in. So it's all about playoff positioning in Class D North rather than trying to qualify, because everybody will qualify.
Second half is underway. Bangor takes no time to get a shot away. Atherley puts it off the football goal post.
Yeah, Tegan Atherley, I think she had about 3 defenders around her, but was able to dribble the ball to get it on her right foot with space to shoot and just popped it over the crossbar.
Took about 10 seconds for the Bangor Rams to get down into a shooting position there.
That's what you call instant offense in soccer terminology.
Bangor still with possession of the ball here. Playing one over the top and giving chase is Gabby Roy, unable to keep it alive down in the corner.
Pretty unselfish play there by Oldenburg. She probably could have created a shot for herself in the middle of the field, but opted to kick it out to Roy, perhaps with the intention of getting it back on a little give-and-go action from the left wing.
Bangor knocks it ahead here. Running after it in the box is Atherley. Kylan shouldered off the ball a little bit. Chase will throw it back in for the Rams. Tegan with possession. Tries to switch the play and send Gifford chasing after it. And Gifford gives up on that chase as the ball goes off into the darkness. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Tossie's Checkout Convenience Store, groceries, gas, and great food to go. Tossie's Checkout, 1492 Pushaw Road in Glenburn. While you're out in Glenburn, check out Glenburn Landscape and Supply Company for the best in landscaping materials, and equipment. It's Glenburn Landscape and Supply Company at 6 Wilson Way in Glenburn and at glenburnlandscape.com. Another chance there for the Rams in the box, but a header goes wide of goal.
Yes, Avery Clark with the center from deep along the right wing off the head of, I believe it was Atherley, Tegan Atherley, and wide of the near post, but pretty good kind of quiet, dangerous opportunity there for the Rams. They've had a couple of those here in the first 2.5 minutes of the second half.
Played up the sideline forward, trying to keep it in. Appears that she did. Bangor gives it to Oldenburg. Oldenburg carefully around one defender, steams past a second, crosses it in, met by Brewer, and now the Witches clear it out of the box. Gordon in the midfield. Bangor looks like an emphasis at halftime, I should say, is a little more horizontal play.
Yeah, trying to work it left to right, right to left to open up space on the field.
Free kick there as a shoulder goes against the Rams, which is blasted back up beyond midfield. Tegan Atherley playing a little deeper back to grab this ball and begin the run for Bangor. Stevenson tries to go right through the middle of the double team, able to do so to Oldenburg. Oldenburg trying to pick the pass. She goes to the left, and the flag was up.
Not by much, but just by enough there. Sometimes you can be too patient and get one of those wings or somebody off the ball. Aiken to get closer to the goal, and there's the example of that, and it's offsides as now Brewer's going to get a free kick.
A little shove in the back allows Brewer to advance the ball about 30 yards between free kicks.
Yeah, it's moving up a couple more.
All right, creep it into the midfield.
Yep.
This one goes down, met first by Bangor. Again, not a ton of white shirts behind it. That ball actually was a pretty good cross. Had anyone been down there on the receiving end.
Yeah. I think he was just trying to put it toward goal, and certainly she did that, but Brewer couldn't get anybody else there in time before Coombs made the catch off the bounce.
Atherley wins possession back for the Rams. Looks for the return ball, which is knocked down by the cheek of a Brewer defender. I think that was Lauren Lowe taking one up high to halt Bangor's momentum. Good challenge there by Brewer, however. A little too physical from Hoare, and a free kick here to the Rams.
Yeah, the push off there, and then official waiting to see the advantage on the play. And when it went Brewer's way, he blew the whistle. Give it back to Bangor.
It's Oldenburg standing over the ball. Here's her free kick. She's going for goal and sends that one fizzing past the near post.
Yeah, pretty dangerous because she had the height on it. That would have caused Chassie some problems, perhaps, over her hands and under the crossbar.
Bangor having to backtrack here. Kluke to Chase. Quickly back up into the midfield, although that pass requires Chase to chase it down. And now an interception by Vanetta Stein. Vanetta Stein to the feet of McKinney. Through Gordon. And Vanetta Stein able to connect with a player in the midfield, although, once again, good backtracking from that Bangor midfield. Yeah, and that's Oldenburg going all the way back to win possession.
I'm going to have another push on Brewer, trying to push Oldenburg off the ball. Oh, correct.
It's going the other way.
It's going the other way.
Bit of a glare from Bangor head coach Jay Kemble at referee Jay Baines, disagreeing with that call. That being said, when do coaches and referees ever
There you go. Bangor
sing Kumbaya hand in hand?
Bangor gets the ball back anyways, as it turns out.
Cross comes in, and no one in the vicinity except for Chassie and goal to watch it roll by.
When that happens, they actually ought to stop the game and make some sort of presentation. I mean, it happens.
See who makes the winning argument?
Yes, indeed.
You get 30 seconds to state your case, and
yeah, and then sing a little Kumbaya, or at least have it in the background, perhaps on the PA.
There's a shot in and a goal. That one knuckled its way through the air and into the back of the net. A second of the night for the Bangor Rams. Take another look.
Yeah, Avery Clark to Aislinn Gifford to Oldenburg. Takes one long dribble. Second dribble keeps taking the space that's afforded there. I think it might have ticked in off a defender, actually.
It had some weird English on it in the air, for certain.
I think it did, but Oldenburg with the goal from Aislinn Gifford. That is goal number 21 for Clara Oldenburg, and the lead is now 2-0 for the Bangor Rams on the first shot on goal of the second half.
Chance here for the Witches to try to come up with an answer, as they'll get a free kick from just beyond the 40-yard line, although Brewer plays it short, nearly intercepted by Bangor. And now a Brewer player thrown to the ground as McKinney ends up on the turf. Actually, that was Arabella Warneth.
Yeah, Roy with a push in the back. That ended about 7.5 minutes of pretty much constant Bangor pressure there. So that was a goal that that the Rams went out and
played
earned.
down. Vanetta-Stein, a left-footed attempt, takes a hop past Coombs and into the back of the goal. She tried to play it off the bounce, and that time the hop off the turf was not true.
Yeah, I'd like to take a look at that. Brewer's first shot of the game, and Lauren Vanetta-Stein gets Brewer right back in this at 2-1 down. See the restart from number 10 of Brewer, Julia Spencer. Unable to clear it. Left foot by Vanetta-Stein.
Just the spin on it.
Little side spin eluded Coombs. Just the 10th goal of the year allowed by Bangor, and the Witches right back in it. That is 47 seconds after the second Bangor goal of the match.
Well, that's how you respond.
Indeed.
At the other end, Bangor are looking for a response of their own now, trying to get that multi-goal lead back.
Well, got the ball in the front court with Vanetta-Stein with time to do something with it as she got the carom, settled it, and went with the left foot.
Atherley tries to roll one through, making the case for a corner.
And she's going to get it.
Was that the first shot on goal by the Witches?
It was. According to my records anyways. Not perfect, but it's an approximation for sure. Now Bangor with its third corner kick of the match.
In the span of 47 seconds, we get more goals than we had in the first half. Now a cross in from Atherley. Looked like Gordon trying to volley it out of the air. Only able to knock it down with her spikes. Brewer clears it and comes up the far sideline where Bangor jumps back onto possession. And the Rams will recycle through their back line. Played forward to Gordon. A little too much on that one, though. Here's Hoare. Unable to get it past Williams. Sorry, that was Roy.
Yeah, she's had a good game, too. On the midfield, it's really been a collective in the midfield. It's been able Bangor to have this kind of control here for the bulk of the second half and certainly much of the first half as well.
Oldenburg knocked off it. Brewer goes for the clear. 10 minutes into the second half. And we're right where things stood at the break with both teams. An early goal here in the second half, and Bangor holding on to the 1-goal lead. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Rise Co-working and Collaboration. If you're looking for the perfect meeting space, look no further. Rise is your go-to destination for business gatherings. Rise Co-working and Collaboration, where business meets convenience, just off I-395 in Bangor and at risemain.com. Bangor makes a double substitution. One of their 2 goal scorers, Maddie McLean, back on, as is the freshman Georgie Stevenson. Thrown in. This is Atherley with it. Over to, couldn't tell if that was
it's Oldenburg, I believe, yes. Save was made. Chassie bobbled it him for a second, but Stevenson couldn't get there to pounce on the loose ball in time.
Bangor advancing up the far sideline. Brewer with an interception as the Rams tried to stop the ball along the end line there. Gordon will have a go. Well, that's wide of the net, although we're getting a corner out of it as it took a deflection along the way.
Off a defender. You notice the Brewer defenders don't get really too close to Clara Oldenburg. She kind of they get around her to try to create congestion, but don't challenge the dribble there. And Bangor with another corner kick by Gordon.
Cross played in, headed back, headed toward goal, at least in the direction by Atherley, who has it back here. Chase unable to stomp on it. Now trying to turn around the Brewer player. Which is trying to scramble to clear. Bangor trying to scramble to keep it down here. And now Brewer jogs into some space. Turning on the Jets up the sideline goes Bailey, who crashes to the turf. Phil Trammell's screaming for a call, wondering where it is.
Yeah.
That collision took place directly in front of him.
I was going to say about 6 inches away from the collision.
And now it's Bangor on it in the midfield. Oldenburg jogging towards us. Drop off. This is Roy continuing the run, trying to thread it through defenders, unable to do so. Brewer able to clear it only as far as the Bangor back line. Oldenburg onto the ball. Takes a little clip on the heel. Play on, says the referee. Everybody looked around for a whistle. None came. Pretty much everybody on the field had come to a stop. Oldenburg has it back. Takes a shot.
Oh.
And not too far away from guiding that one in.
Pretty casual bid there, actually. We see Brewer trying to release it from the defensive end, but Gabby Gordon with yet another steal. Just chips it ahead to Oldenburg. And she quietly blasts a low shot, but just wide of Chassis.
Benedestein returns it to a player that was down on the turf. Bangor able to jump onto possession. That was Bailey once again who ended up on the carpet. Attempted cross, knocked out of the air by Brewer. Kluge plays the ball down, steps around a defender, gets it to Atherley. Atherley off the turn, trying to go through traffic. Knocked off the ball. In the midfield, is that Bailey again down on the turf? Yes, it is. Shot in, and Chassis on her tiptoes grabs it with the fingertips.
Yeah, she got up about as high as she could, and she needed to on that attempt at the near post. Oldenburg again centering the ball.
Bangor at the edge of the box. And that rolls out of play for a goal kick. Both teams making a substitution. Gifford coming back in for the Rams, while Violet Damon re-enters for the Witches.
Of course, no prelims in Class A, so they will have until some point, probably like Tuesday of next week, before they have their opening round of playoffs with just 8 of the 12 teams, 2/3 rule, 8 of the 12 teams qualifying for postseason play. Be some playoffs in classes B, C, and D, however.
Gordon trying to fight to keep the possession alive, able to do so. Now Brewer sends it deep, trying to allow Venetestein to chase after it. Coombs has to come way out of her area and just put that over into the Brewer bench with Venetestein staring her down.
Yeah, a good job of Coombs of recognizing who was coming after her in terms of Venetestein. So she knew she needed to get out there quickly, and does enough to boot the ball out of bounds and at least force Brewer to restart, albeit on its offensive end.
Bangor quickly gets it back off the restart. Rams throw it in up the sideline to white shirts and actually win about 25 yards of field positioning out of it, as Brewer unable to bring it under their control.
Yeah, bounced off the chest of one of the Brewer players, and that touch was all it took to send the ball out of bounds.
Mallory Tritt coming back into the game. Gordon will get a breather here, and she certainly earned it with her work through the first 17 minutes of this second half. Brewer rolls it back up, gets it into the path of Bailey. Bailey, look at this run as she tries to get around the defender. Clark slams on the brakes with her, and eventually Avery Clark wins it away. Seniority winning out in that battle between the junior and the freshman.
Yeah, seniority and size for sure, as Clark did the job defensively for the Witches, although a good effort by the freshman Bailey.
Atherley from the Ram logo gets it ahead, has it back, but unable to bring it under control. JoJo Kluge coming up from the back. Off to Oldenburg. Here's her shot in and collected by Chassis. Tonight's contest brought to you in part by Knowlton Automotive, a full-service preventative maintenance and auto repair center, family-owned and operated. Knowlton Auto provides guaranteed service at a fair price, 3297 Broadway in Kenduskeag, or at knowltonautomotive.net. Bangor sends one towards goal again, but it squirts out wide.
Kelly Snowden with the shot off the tip from Georgie Stevenson.
Clark sweeps it back even further. Tritt back over to Clark. Clark trying to bring it all the way up the far sideline. She's lobbying for a corner. And I think she gets it.
She gets it, yeah. It looks like he went off a Brewer player, and so Oldenburg with the corner kick.
And she's over there in the shadows to bring in the delivery for the Rams. Oldenburg's cross in, nearly met by Bangor and Gifford. The first to it before Brewer rolls it out of play. Just about halfway through this second half. Both teams on the board in half number 2. Bangor with the 1-goal lead. Rams looking for a 13th win and 14 tries to end the regular season. Brewer gets it up ahead of the defense here. Only one white shirt is back there in a middle of 3 red. Ford tries to provide some support, but by that point too late, and Bangor back onto the ball through Clark.
Yeah, it's, unfortunately it's hard to take the time to settle the ball when you know the Rams defense is charging from behind.
Here's Atherley, perfect pass to her, and Teagan is through yet again. It's her first goal tonight, but for the year, what does that have her up to, Ernie?
30, goal number 30 for Teagan Atherley. To go with the assist. Let's see where the pass came from. That's Oldenburg. Watch her send the ball right along the ground. Through 3 or past 3 defenders, through 3 defenders, right on a line to Atherley. Had to be very close to offsides, but just a perfect play there as Atherley gets in alone against Chassis and scores.
And that's got to be assist number 20 for Oldenburg, right? Unless I've shorted her one before tonight?
No, she had 19 coming in, and she has her first one of the night. She has a goal and an assist, and Teagan Atherley has a goal and an assist.
Well, the Witches responded in 47 seconds after the last Bangor goal. They were looking for another one there. Coombs right at the edge of the 18-yard box. Had to go to the ground and just poke that one out of play.
Thanks for coming. Thank you. Thank you very much. Nice to meet you. Good to meet you.
Bangor jumps back on the ball. Out of play along the far side. It'll be a Bangor throw with 19 minutes remaining. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Praise Auto Sales. You can check out the impressive inventory and weekly specials at 1722 Broadway in Bangor at praiseautosales.com. Also brought to you by Urban Pizza, now open at 329 Main Street in Bangor. Carryout available from 11 a.m. daily. Order online at urbanpizzapie.com. course, Ernie, also happening tonight down in Boston. The tip was scheduled for 2 minutes ago, though I don't think that game's underway yet between the Celtics and the Knicks, with the Banner 18 ceremony and, of course, the ring ceremony taking place before tipping off the new NBA year.
I think the over and under is 8 o'clock on start time.
I'd be okay with that.
Take your choice. I'm sure TNT is there tonight.
Yes.
Probably they wouldn't mind it either.
Now they'll be patient and wait for the national audience. So that's tonight on the ticket. Tomorrow, a rare off night in the midst of a very busy fall sports season. Week 8 in the NFL. Can't believe we're already almost halfway through the season. Kicks off Thursday night. Vikings and Rams. Friday, Maine hockey begins Hockey East play at Northeastern. The number 6 Bears hit the road for a 7 o'clock puck drop on Friday night.
Black Bears have lost 14 in a row at Northeastern.
That's not a pretty number going into that series.
The good news for the Black Bears is we think this is the last year of Matthews Arena, as the Huskies home ice before they move into a new facility.
So those two games coming up on Saturday. Maine football on the road at Rhode Island. Their prize for beating the number 5 team in the country last week is to go on the road and play the number 15 country who leads their conference. Maine hockey at Northeastern, 7 o'clock on Saturday. A couple of NFL games coming your way Sunday. Actually had one removed because the NFL flexed that game into the Sunday night game.
Right.
So Cowboys 49ers, now the Sunday night game, Bills Seahawks in that 4 o'clock window to round out the week.
Because we can't get enough of the Dallas Cowboys.
Yes. When would we ever see them otherwise?
What's their record? Are they 2-4?
Yeah, sounds right. Bangor down at this end of the field looking for a 4th goal tonight.
Of course, the 49ers struggling too.
They're
so many injuries. Yeah.
Chance here in the box for Bangor. Atherley tries to play back to a teammate. Brewer looks for the clear. See this move through for the Rams before sending you off to a picture-in-picture break. And with the ball out near midfield, let's get set to do that. We'll keep you with an eye on the action here at Cameron. Back with the commentary in just a moment on Ticket TV.
High school sports on Ticket TV is presented by your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street, Bangor, and Wilson Street in Brewer. Greenway Equipment Sales. Nothing runs like a deer in Bangor and Ellsworth. Next Home Experience. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience. Casella. Giving resources new life. Firehouse Subs. 920 Stillwater Avenue in Bangor. Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop source for office equipment and furniture. Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center, the official sports grill of Ticket TV. Varney Mazda, located at 260 Hogan Road in Bangor. Hidden Meadows Golf Course, where golf is for everyone. Dean's Detailing, the leader in auto detailing since 1971. And by Northeast Driving School, Greater Bangor's best driver's ed for 55 years.
Growing up, but he treated
back here in Bangor. 3-1 is our score. We got a little bit of a hold-up going on right now following a collision down there on the field. No cards were handed out as we're inside the final quarter hour tonight. Not only the final quarter hour tonight, final quarter hour of the regular season here.
Yes.
The fall season for soccer. Brewer had a chance at a break while we were away in that picture-in-picture break. But some good defense once again at the back by the Rams.
Yeah, I mean, Van Alstyne puts a lot of pressure on the defense with her raw speed, and if Brewer can make the lead passes to set her up without her having to go off sides, it can create some problems. But Bangor defensively has largely been able to answer all those challenges here tonight.
Rams cycling in new players.
Save for the one goal that Van Stein did score.
And even that one, it wasn't really a case of positioning. It was a case of top quality spin put on the ball by Vanetta Stein.
It really was. It wasn't a fast break like this.
Yeah, chance here for her as she goes chasing after it. But Bangor once again with the defense on the spot. Crashing to the turf is Vanetta Stein as she'll be helped up to her feet by Roy.
Gabby Roy, she's been all over the field tonight for Bangor.
We talk about Vanetta Stein's speed, but Gabby, when they're in those dead sprints side by side, holds her own.
Right there with her.
Bangor clearing that one back up towards the midfield. Atherley had dropped back, and she plays it down, pokes it forward. Will her teammate get there? No. Swept outside by the Witches. Now it's Gifford out there on the right wing.
There's Darcy Tardif to clear the ball away for Brewer. Tardif just a sophomore.
Pass back to the midfield, intercepted by the Witches.
It's Bailey, I believe.
She's made some nice runs in this game today.
Yeah, she's a solid freshman. That'll be someone Bangor has to deal with for the next 3 years.
Chase brought the ball forward. Atherley out wide to Gifford. Gifford trying to get around her defender, does so into the box, cross through, and it gets stuck between the Bangor player's feet. Couldn't see who that was with a couple of Witches on her back. But certainly a golden opportunity for the Rams off the cross from Atherley. Oldenburg whistled for the free kick, and it's whoever's coming into the picture here.
Callie Snowden, number 11.
That close to grabbing a goal on senior night.
Pretty good discipline by Brewer not to foul on the play, because in terms of close quarters with the ball there, you're pretty much willing to do anything to keep it out of the net.
Bangor trying to roll it ahead to Atherley, who had to slam on the break. She was in front of a couple of defenders, came back between them to keep the play alive, pokes it ahead. Down in the corner, 11 minutes remaining as Bangor returns it to Atherley. Atherley finds Oldenburg in space. Clara's shot into the back of the net. How's that for a fastball to sign off on the regular season?
Well, there are the two standouts there working together. You see, I believe that's Snowden with the ball in the left corner. Passes it to Tegan Atherley, who tips it with the left foot over to Oldenburg. Settles it with one dribble and then quickly blasts a right-footed shot to the left of Gabby Chassie.
Chassie got some fingertips to it, but that ball had plenty of speed behind it.
So that's 2 goals and an assist for Oldenburg and a goal and 2 assists for Atherley.
Good symmetry from the Bangor strike force.
Yes.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Sweet Cheeks Bakery. Don't forget to stock up on your favorite sweets before or after the game. It's because Sweet Cheeks is open 24 hours a day at 113 Main Road in Holden. Chance possibly for the Rams to get another. Atherley kind of knocked off the ball there as she was coming into the box. Cross played back in to Chassie, who collects it out of the air. This game also brought to you by Auto Radiator Services, serving the greater Bangor area for over 50 years. For general maintenance, repairs, and specialty services like remote car starters, call 942-4554 or stop by at 568 Hammond Street in Bangor. We're also brought to you by Streets Landscape, Maine's home for landscaping, site work, paving, and line striping. For over 24 years, Streets has been providing both commercial and residential services in the greater Bangor area. Streets Landscape, they take care of your property like it was their own. Bangor with the lead 4-1. They've got 3 of those goals here in the second half.
Yeah, Brewer just the 5th team to score against Bangor this season, however, in 14 games. But Bangor just too much offense. Between Oldenburg and Atherley in particular.
Witches have certainly played a solid game here tonight as Atherley had it in the box, thought about shooting, decided against it, and instead set up a teammate for another goal. And is that the hat trick in the middle? Yes, it is.
Oldenburg again.
Clara Oldenburg wrapping up the regular season with 3 second-half goals tonight.
Kind of reversing roles a little bit tonight. Oldenburg more of the playmakers. Here's Oldenburg over to Tegan Atherley. Takes one dribble, tries to gets it on her right foot, kicks it back to Oldenburg. Now the traffic's congesting, but she's able to squeeze a shot through and inside, just inside that left post for her 3rd goal of the half. 3rd goal in just over 20 minutes of actual playing time.
Oldenburg exits to a nice hand after scoring that 3rd goal.
It's now 23 for the season for her, 23 and 20. 23 goals, 20 assists. Atherley, 30 goals and 10 assists. Gets to double figures on assists with 3 of those here tonight.
Not bad when your goal-scoring tandem can combine to score or set up about mid-80s in goals for you.
Yes.
By the end of the regular season.
Yeah, Rams now 79 and 4, 83 goals in 14 games. I think it's 84 is 6 goals a game, so they're right there.
Interesting times are ahead.
Those two players have played a part in the majority of those those goals this season for the Rams.
Yeah, 40 points. If goals and assists are a point apiece, 40 points for Atherley and 43 for Oldenburg.
Chase leaves the game for the Rams. Thrown into the corner. Given chase was Maddie McLean. She scored the opening goal tonight for Bangor.
Camden Hills is a freshman named Emma Williams who was pushing for 30 goals on the season in her first year of varsity play.
I think I was reading about her in the BDN the other day, something like a 5-goal, 3-assist performance recently.
Well, yeah, I think the game that was covered there by Larry Mahoney was a 13-0 game, something like that. She had 5 and 3. That's quite a soccer factory down there on the mid-coast as well. Both boys and girls leading the Class A North standings as Bangor gets a restart here in a dangerous position.
It's Gordon standing over it and
25 yards from goal here.
She's being cheered on by everyone on the Bangor sideline to shoot this ball. She will. Had it curling towards the far post, but Chassie there to cover.
9 saves now for Chassie.
This game brought to you by the Henry's Bridal Boutique, locally owned and operated since 1999 and proud to be Bangor's longest standing bridal shop. Visit them at 31 Washington Street in Bangor or online at thehenrysbridal.com. Also brought to you by Varney Chevrolet. Their great staff will help you find the car, truck, or SUV you've been looking for. Find new roads at Varney Chevrolet, 384 Somerset Ave, just off exit 150 in Pittsfield, and at varneychevrolet.com. We're going to send you off to one more picture-in-picture break before the conclusion of tonight's broadcast. We will do that now, keeping an eye on the action here at Cameron. Back with the final commentary on this one in just a few moments on Ticket TV.
Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center offers fantastic food and drinks in a fun, family-friendly atmosphere with 29 flat-screen TVs for your sports viewing pleasure and an arcade with prizes for the whole family to enjoy. Whether you're looking for a drink at the bar while watching your favorite sports team or trying to find a place to bring the family for a great meal out, Heroes is the place to be. Heroes also offers takeout or catering for any event in the Bangor area, large or small.
Come for the food.
Stay for the friends.
He can't catch a football, but he can fetch you a home. Catch Luke at Next Home Experience.
Desk jobs aren't for everyone. Some of us want work that moves.
Work you can see, work that matters. Others might call it dirty, but we don't mind. At Casella, hard work isn't just a means to an end. It's something you can build a life on, and it's important work that keeps society moving. Casella, good pay, good people, good life. That's the power of hard work.
Nothing runs like a Deere.
And nobody knows better than our loyal customers.
Since 1994, our family has proudly sold and serviced John Deere products. Our customers know that quality and reliability set John Deere apart.
And right now at Greenway, take advantage of this offer.
Get 0% APR fixed rate financing for 60 months on a John Deere compact utility tractor with a 6-year powertrain warranty.
For more offers, go to greenwayequipment.com.
See the Smith Brothers today at Greenway Equipment Sales, Ellsworth and Bangor.
Your local professional, eco-friendly office space partner is Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop shop to get the job done. Handling all your office furniture and printing machine needs at an affordable price. Offering full system integration into your workplace and local service on everything we sell. We can even remote monitor your system with just-in-time inventory and service need assessments. Little to no downtime gives you peace of mind. At Levesque Business Solutions, your solution is only an email or a phone call away.
The marathon of life can be challenging. Chores and responsibilities keep us from the things we once loved and the aspirations we set. But it's never too late to find your second wind. With an affordable, fully online program and advisors to help you along the way, you can cross the finish line at your own pace. Finish strong at the University of Maine.
Back here in Bangor, 3:32 is frozen on the clock. Got a free kick here for the Witches to get the contest back underway. Update on the Celtics game. The quest for Banner 19 is underway. First quarter, I should say, just over 7 minutes old, and the Celtics with a 5-point lead over the Knicks. 21-16 at the Garden. This game that you're watching on Ticket TV, brought to you in part by Mainly Audio. Is your car still living in the 90s? Upgrade to Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with Mainly Audio. You can visit them at 191 Beachland Road in Ellsworth or call 667-9777. Union Street Towing, also one of our fine sponsors for over 40 years. They've been serving the greater Bangor area. They feature tow trucks, flatbed towing, recovery services, and roadside services such as lockouts or jump starts. Fully licensed and insured. Call Union Street Towing at 942-4200. I think Ticket TV might have given them some business last night.
Yes. Yes. How long did you have to wait?
I was out of there.
Oh, you were?
Don't know how long Jim was there for with the trailer.
So you were out of there and your phone was out of there?
Yep. We got the call back, and at that point, time for me to go home.
Usually these modern vehicles, though, if the
I didn't think they were supposed to start.
Right,
it's supposed to lock with the key in it.
Keys got locked in the SUV and
with the car running.
With the car running, and
I thought that's like the ultimate fail-safe post. I don't know, 2018.
See these old-fangled vehicles like I have.
You can probably still lock your key right in there. Just push down on the door and drop it on the seat.
I'm good. I just get the coat hanger out at that point.
Another chance for the Rams. Chassis with a save right over the top of goal.
Their biggest save of the night there. Might have been number 13 for Bangor, Emily Adams, with that shot. It's going to be a corner kick for Bangor.
Sweet Frog is your touchdown treat this high school sports season, located at 878 Sweet Bee, Stillwater Avenue. Sweet Frog, where their secret ingredient is fun.
I feel like the wind has just come out.
Yeah, we can hear that whipping.
Georgie Stevenson over on the far side to take the corner kick.
Flag atop the scoreboard right now is extended out quite a bit as the cross comes in. Back to Stevenson, who pops it up and behind the goal with 70 seconds remaining. This one tonight brought to you in part by Danforth's Down Home Supermarkets, family owned and operated since 2007 with two great locations, Route 2 in Herman and Somerset Avenue in Pittsfield. Also brought to you in part by Mad Cat and Company, located in the North Brewer Shopping Plaza. They've got amazing food and drink specials with karaoke every Wednesday through Saturday. It's Mad Cat and Company, where friends meet and become family. And the Farmer's Table is your stop for homestyle cooking, just like Mom makes it, at 15 Stetson Road in Corinna. Down to the final 30 here between the Rams and the Witches. Bangor going back to make sure Brewer doesn't get another look at goal as O'Connell rolls it back up the sideline. Discover Mainly Mercantile, your modern-day mercantile offering. Vintage, antiques, furniture, decor, jewelry, herbal supplements, retro candy, and Maine souvenirs with multiple locations. Visit their new one at 690 Main Street in Bangor, just south of the casino on your way to Hamden. There's the final kick of the regular season. The whistle sounds, the Rams rush off the sidelines, and they will celebrate a 13-1 regular season to finish number 2 in the Class A standings. Meanwhile, a very good year for the Brewer Witches as well comes to an end at 8-5-1 as they get set for the playoffs coming up next week at the Class A ranks. Our coverage tonight brought to you in part by Dragon Lair Arcade and Pizza at Bangor Mall. Check out their Facebook page for special events like Air Hockey Tournament coming up next Saturday. Book your birthday party with packages starting at just $50. Call 860-462-1843 for details. Don't go anywhere. The post-game show comes your way next on Ticket TV.
Sometimes life is a cluttered mess, but your car doesn't have to be. At Dean's Detailing, we have a variety of packages that will make your car look new again. Change your outlook. Book your appointment now at deansdetailing.com.
Your local family-owned McDonald's on Wilson Street in Brewer, Union Street and Main Street in Bangor are currently hiring new team members. Schedules that fit your life with full-time, part-time, and flexible schedules that adjust with your needs. Pair individualized schedules with tuition assistance to further your education. It's a great, future-focused combination. Apply today at jobs.mchire.com. Search for your locally owned McDonald's on Wilson Street, Union Street, and Main Street. Explore your future at jobs.mchire.com.
Get looped, get sold with Next Home Experience.
To my first Mazda, thanks for always being there for me. Watch after your next owner, as you have me.
Find your Mazda today at Varney Mazda in Bangor.
We are back here at Cameron Stadium putting the finishing touches on the final regular season broadcast of the evening. The Bangor Rams with a 5-1 victory over the Brewer Witches. They finish the regular season at 13-1. Brewer wraps it up at 8-5-1. We welcome you in to the McDonald's post-game show here on Ticket TV, presented by your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street in Bangor, as well as Wilson Street in Brewer. They're hiring for early mornings and late nights. Start $17 and up. Search for these locations at jobs.mchire.com. Tonight's coverage also presented by Greenway Equipment Sales, your locally owned John Deere dealer in Ellsworth and Bangor. Nothing runs like a Deere from your local John Deere dealers. All right, 5 goals by the Bangor Rams, 4 of them coming in the second half. Let's get to the post-game highlights presented by Next Home Experience for the 3rd straight year, the market leader.
Indeed, a relatively quiet first half offensively for both teams, but here's a ball that Gabby Roy gets and sends it back to Tegan Athley for the pass into Maddie McLean, who scores the lone goal of the first half in 23:32 left in the opening period. Corner kick for Brewer, and Jillian Ford tries to get to it with a header, couldn't quite do it. Here's Roy again, passing across to Tegan Athley for another blast, this one just over the crossbar. Bangor had the advantage in play. There's Clara Oldenburg to Tegan Athley to Stevenson, and a great save there at the near post by Gabby Chassie. There's Oldenburg passing. Kylan Athley jumps so the ball can get through to her sister, and Teagan blasts it off the post. The throw in for Brewer. Ball comes to number 19, and boy, it almost looks like she's touched that, but I can't tell for sure. That was number 19 for Brewer, Violet Damon. Here's Bangor. Oldenburg off, I think off the toe of a defender and in.
On that knuckler?
Yeah. And there's Lauren Van Estein just 47 seconds after the Bangor goal to score to make it a 2-1 game. And that's
thought we had game on at that point.
Avery Clark with a shot. Good save by Chassie. Here's Oldenburg passing through. Perfect pass to Teagan Atherley. Scores to the far post there. It's 3-1 at that point. Aislinn Gifford. Oh, and a nice play there. No call, and the play moves on as Brewer avoids having Bangor score another goal. But here is Oldenburg with an open net to the left of Chassie. Teagan Atherley back to Oldenburg again. Nice tough shot through traffic there, and that completes not only the 5-1 victory for Bangor, but the hat trick for Clara Oldenburg.
Yeah, she does not need any sort of space to get those shots away.
She
and
really doesn't.
She can score from really anywhere inside of the 30-yard line here at Cameron Stadium.
Yeah, with either leg. She doesn't really work to get the ball on one particular foot or the other. She just gets it in a position where she can shoot and score. As the Celtics now lead the vaunted Knicks by 15 in the first quarter.
See, starting to open it up a little bit. 32-17 right now with the likes of Luke Cornett and Peyton Pritchard and Sam Hauser out there. Well, that's not going to help. A 4-point play coming up for the Knicks.
But they've scored 32 with still 2 minutes left in the quarter, so they're looking at a 40-point period to open the season.
This game tonight, as you see a look at head coach Phil Trammell in the Brewer sideline, presented by Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop source for office equipment or office furniture. It's Levesque Business Solutions. Call 942-2226. And we're also brought to you by Casella. Good pay, good people, good life. Find your place of power of hard work.
I was going to mention, as we look at Brewer, we do have one other final from the Class A North girls ranks, and that is number 5 Brunswick defeating number 3 Mount Ararat by a count of 3-1.
Oh.
Now, as I understand it, as I counted this morning, Brewer was 14 points ahead of Brunswick in the battle between 4th and 5th. Now, will that make the difference? I don't know. It's got a shot at it, though.
And that would mean Brewer hits the road in round 1 of the Class A postseason instead of hosts.
Yeah, indeed. And Brunswick played Bangor to a single goal over the weekend. It was 4-3. Bangor winning that game, and then they come back from that game with a win over another one of the top teams in the division, Mount Ararat. So Brunswick playing with some momentum. So we'll see how that works out and whether or not Brewer is able to host a game over at Hedrick Field or if they've got to make the trip down I-95 to Brunswick.
Ticket TV, presented by Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center. Whether you're watching some sports at the bar or taking the family out for a great meal and some fun, Heroes is the place to be, the official sports grill of Ticket TV in downtown Bangor. And our coverage also brought to you by Hidden Meadows Golf Course, featuring the Par Bar and Bogey Grill, a 300-yard driving range, a fully stocked pro shop, and a 9-hole course that fits your game regardless of skill level. All right, time now to first award the play of the game. And anytime you get a hat trick goal, that's a pretty easy choice. We dial it back to Clara Oldenburg's 3rd goal of that second half. And this one came just a little more than a minute after her second.
Yeah, a little give and go here. Oldenburg pass to her left to Teagan Atherley, back to Oldenburg, and the defense kind of tries to get there, not quite in time, as Oldenburg had a lane to the goal, kept it low and to the far post, and to the near post, I should say, as we look at it, and gets a hat trick. Now that's a couple for her in the last 2 or 3 games that we've seen. I think against John Babs.
Yep.
I believe both her and Atherley had hat tricks in that game. Atherley, I believe, had a hat trick against Brunswick last weekend, and then Oldenburg with another hat trick tonight. Again, between the two of them, 30 and 23, 53 goals on the season combined for that duo, with Atherley set to graduate this year and Oldenburg set to come back for one more season next year.
Rams are firing on all cylinders heading into the postseason. And your play of the game is presented by your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street in Bangor, as well as Wilson Street in Brewer. They're hiring for early mornings and late nights. Start at 17 and up. Search for these locations at jobs.mchire.com. From the play of the game, we go to the player of the game. And tonight, we need a little S in parentheses after player.
Indeed, just the way they work together in the offensive end, both Tegan Atherley and Claire Oldenburg. It's hard to acknowledge one without acknowledging the other, no matter who scores all the goals. In this case tonight was Oldenburg with 3 goals, 2 of them assisted by Tegan Atherley, and Tegan Atherley scored 1 goal but had wound up with 3 assists. So it was Oldenburg with 3 goals and an assist, and Atherley with 1 goal and 3 assists. So for that, they get the nod as the Firehouse Subs players of the game.
Those players of the game presented by Firehouse Subs for a limited time. Try the new Firehouse Captain's Club, only at Firehouse, 920 Stillwater Avenue in Bangor. Speaking of firing, the Celtics firing out of the gate to open up the new year. Banner 19 in the rafters, and they put 43 points on the board in the first quarter to lead the Knicks by 19 after 43-24.
This is what you can expect, folks. This is what they did during preseason, really,
yeah,
for the most part. Again, with a fairly high percentage of three-point shots. So if they're falling, that adds up, and they're just so aggressive offensively that even Jim Churchill and the Brewer All-Stars could not stop them.
Only a couple things left to do. First, let's take a look at the broadcast schedule the rest of this week on Ticket TV. We will have some more soccer action coming for you on Friday. It will be prelim action. We just got to wait to see those schedules get made first. And then on Friday night, have a crew in Orono for 8-man action between the Red Riots and Lake Region at 7. Some matinee football coming your way Saturday afternoon as the John Baptist Crusaders play host to the Foxcroft Academy Ponies to round out the regular season. Is that game going to be right here, Ernie?
Indeed it is, 1 o'clock.
And that's the story on Ticket TV. Here's what things look like on the flagship, 92.9 The Ticket. Celtics and Knicks, you can tune in right now to the season opener. Nothing tomorrow night before Week 8 in the NFL kicks off on Thursday. Vikings at Rams. Friday night, Maine hits the road at Northeastern. To begin Hockey East play, they're back at it at 7 o'clock on Saturday as well. Saturday afternoon, Maine football on the road at number 1 Rhode Island in the CAA. 2 games out of the NFL for you on Sunday. Bills at Seahawks in the 4 o'clock window. Cowboys and Niners, the Sunday night game. Tonight's contest presented in part by Northeast Driving School, the leader in driver training since 1969. Register for driver's ed courses today at Greater Bangor's #1 driving school. Go to northeastdrivingschool.com to select your course. And for over 5 decades, Dean's Detailing has been Maine's auto detailing leader. Renew your vehicle's appearance, protect your auto investment, feel good and look good in a clean, shiny car, and book your appointment at deansdetailing.com. Let's take a look at our lineup tonight and give credit where it is due to the Ticket TV crew around Cameron Stadium. Max Pottle doing a bit of everything, directing, producing, graphics. Kim Mitchell and RJ Novio, our camera crew. Zach Tangway on the scoreboard. And Arnie Clark rounding out the regular season with me tonight from Cameron. Any final words after countless soccer matches that we've seen here throughout the regular year?
It's on to the playoffs.
There it is. With those words in mind, I'm Mark Paulette signing off tonight from Bangor. The Rams victorious over the Witches 5-1 in the season finale on Ticket TV.
High school sports on Ticket TV has been brought to you by your local McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street in Bangor and Wilson Street in Brewer. Greenway Equipment Sales, Next Home Experience, Casella, Firehouse Subs, Levesque Business Solutions, Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center, Varney Mazda, Hidden Meadows Golf Course, Dean's Detailing, Northeast Driving School, Acadia Federal Credit Union, Uno Pizzeria and Grill, Colebrook Mitsubishi, North Star Waste and Recycling, Loring Job Corps, Praise Auto Sales, Glenburn Landscape and Supply Company, Doors Equipment, Fairway Auto Sales, Bangor Mall Cinema 10, Streets Landscape, The Fitch Company, Bangor Tire Company, Frank's Bake Shop, Pat's Pizza in Hamden, Tiller and Rye, Liberty Olton Insurance, Urban Pizza, The Growing Place, Tossie's Checkout, Betty's Ice Cream, Auto Radiator Service, Sweet Cheeks Bakery, Union Street Towing, Rise Co-working and Collaboration Space, Sweet Frog, The Henry's Bridal Boutique, Bennett Auto Center, Angelo's Pizza, Union Street Laundromat and Dry Cleaning, Mainly Audio, Knowlton Automotive, Varney Chevrolet, Hammond Lumber Company, First National Bank, Midcoast Denture Design, Hopkins Energy, Napa Auto Parts, Brewer Federal Credit Union, Queen City Athletics, Blackfly Coffee, Hillside Athletics, The Farmer's Table, Bangor Floral, Mad Cat and Company, Danforth Supermarket, Mainly Mercantile, The Dragon's Lair, Twin City Tire, Washington County Community College, and Down East Toyota.